Hi, I'm Tom Rhodes. I've spent my life traveling the world as a stand-up comedian, and right now I'm on an epic tour of Asia. So sit back and enjoy the sights and marvels of my journey to Asia and the glorious sound of laughter. I spent my whole life reading about the temples of Angkor, and I've only got 3 days. So what I did was, the first 2 days, I went to all the places that I read about that I thought were the best, and I kept the third day free to go back to the places that I liked the best. And number one on the top of the list is Angkor Thom. You'll see why. I had my own private tuk-tuk driver to drive me around for like $10 or $12 a day. What's your name?
Thom.
Thom.
Yes.
I'm Tom. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You're gonna drive me all day today, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Great. Fantastic. This is a tuk-tuk, yeah? Here come the tuk-tuks, yeah.
Yeah. They call tuk-tuk.
It's a whole lot of tuk-tuks, baby. I really felt like a king, sitting in the back of this tuk-tuk, riding around these temples for a few days. And it turned out my tuk-tuk driver was the sweetest guy in the world. I bought him lunch and got to know him.
Like you also. The skin like you, it's
What?
okay.
What, white?
Yeah. Most Cambodian people
Like white skin?
love white skin.
No way, really?
Yeah, sure.
Tell me more.
Yeah. You know,
And what about you? You must meet white women?
Cambodians people, men, love white skin, but the girl, they don't love skin like this.
Not true.
Yeah,
Some
skin
girls,
like this,
yeah.
she said no good for people.
You haven't met the right ones yet. There
White
are.
skin is so very nice,
There's
yeah.
girls who like the dark meat.
But when the people come stay Siem Reap, they stay long term, and then they can change to Cambodian skin. Yes. My skin, someone came, but me, I want to be a white skin is better than.
No, really?
Very hard
That's
to
funny
talk.
because I wish I had dark skin.
Dark skin very good.
Dark skin's awesome.
You been in Bangkok?
I have been to Bangkok.
You know, in Bangkok,
Yeah.
you go to the south of the Bangkok. You've been in Pattaya.
No.
They have many lady boys.
Oh.
Yes.
Have you been?
Bar, yeah. In Coco Bar,
Yeah.
like 70% is a gay.
Really?
Yes. It's now in Siem Reap, they have a lot of
Lady
coffee
boys.
from.
Really?
Yes, very nice.
Wow.
Also, yeah. Yeah. Some they cut, some don't want.
You like the lady boys?
I have many friends.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, very good. Same, but different. Same, but different.
The happiest surprise that I discovered was Angkor Thom. That's the most amazing temple with these massive heads that have the most peaceful, calming smile on their faces. Supposedly, these heads are of King Jayavarman VII, who was the all-knowing and all-seeing god leader of his people. This is Angkor Thom, which means great city. This was considered, people believe that this was the capital of Jayavarman VII's Khmer Empire. For the 30 years of his reign, his declared aim was that he wanted to alleviate the suffering of his people, and he embarked on a massive construction project, which included this. I was tickled to find out that the temple with the happy smiling faces has the name Thom in it, because my name is Tom. Angkor Thom is definitely my favorite. The Terrace of the Elephants is a delight, as is the Terrace of the Leper King. There's all these fabulous panels of statuettes showing their historic warfare and men killing each other and kings with concubines, and it's obvious that fighting and fornication has been around for a very long time. The other temple that you should know about is the furthest away temple, the Temple of Bantia Sri. It's worth the day trip that it takes to get out there. There's so much fabulous detail in these carvings and little statuettes all over these temples. The most important thing about visiting Cambodia that the guidebooks do not tell you about is that you'll experience compassion fatigue from all of the people that are actually begging you for money. It's kind of heartbreaking. The Khmer Rouge, there must have been so many landmines. There's people missing limbs and arms, and everybody's got a wooden leg. Everybody's missing an arm. I saw this burn victim woman yesterday, and I just can't get the image out of my head. It was just so heartbreaking. I'm just so conflicted about it because, you know, I heard in Vietnam and India, some people blind the children to make them more pathetic beggars. You know, I'm a Christian, goddammit, I should help people. What's, you know, a few dollars to people? But it's heartbreaking. How much should you give? What's appropriate when somebody has got their leg blown off on a landmine? And Americans think they have problems. The swarms of the most beautiful children that will come up trying to sell you postcards and magnets. I wasn't going to give these kids any money, and these little girls were walking alongside me, and they knew all the capitals of all the states and all the countries of the world. I heard them talking to people from Belgium before, and then I told them I was from Florida, and this little girl knew that the capital of Florida was Tallahassee.
Where you from?
Florida.
Capital Tallahassee. You have 50 states and you have 300 million people. You have 4 quarter, 10 dam, 20 acre, 100 penny. And you have and your president, Mr. Obama.
I'm like, yes, kid, you hit my bell. How much of those magnets? I want all those postcards. Here's some money for your grandma. So try and remember that, world. The next time you think your life is so tough and difficult, remember that you're not barefoot in the temples selling postcards. But who's to say that they're not happier than you? If anybody needs a Cambodian magnet, I've got plenty of them. Anything else?
Okay, this is my leg. We have the wood leg.
You have a wooden leg?
Yeah.
And the landmines?
Yeah,
oh,
we have
shit.
problem from the landmines. And
why did they put so many landmines everywhere?
this is a Khmer Rouge.
Yeah.
He put on the landmine everywhere, and then he make to destroy on the temple. He want to killing out the people.
But he wanted the people to leave the cities and work in the fields. So why did he put landmines everywhere?
Because the Khmer Rouge, he want to civil war with Cambodia to Cambodia. He want to stolen and then from the statue and everything, and then to selling with another countryside. He want to money. He buy gun to buy mine, and then make to civil war. Yeah, because he buy gun to buy mine to civil war, and then to killing all other people.
Great. Thank you for the story.
Yes.
This is Angkor Wat. It's the largest and most famous of all the temples. I actually spent the least amount of time here because I found that it was overcrowded and that I thought the other temples had a little more pizzazz.
One you see the long, you know? Here the long, huh?
Yeah.
Here, you see the Pol Pot, huh? You see the bomb, Cambodia.
Pol Pot bombed this?
Yeah, the Cambodia, the Khmer Rouge, huh? Yeah,
He dropped a bomb on this?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. This one here,
Wow.
yeah. You see the falling down, huh? This is the rope. Yeah.
He bombed the temples of Angkor?
Oh, Cambodia, you know?
Yeah.
Pol Pot,
Yeah.
Khmer Rouge, Vietnam.
He bombed the temples?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Good, huh? From me, huh?
The more I learn about that guy, he was a dick. One smaller detail all over Angkor Thom on the inside were these carvings of dancing women. They were like this, and just the carvings were sexy.
This one, you see the lotter, you see the snake. This one, Apsara, see the dancing girl, eh? You know, sir? You see the dancing hall?
Yeah.
Here, you know? Lady? Here?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Here. You see the dancing hall on Bayon, one here. Yeah.
I'm ready for an ice cold beer, yeah. I'm ready for an ice cold beer. Take my advice. Forget what the guidebooks say and skip the sunset on top of a temple. Too many people waiting for the sunset, yeah. If you go, the temples are swarming with tourists. Too many tourists. Oh. And it's not that pleasant. That's the best time to go back to the other temples you like the most, and you'll have a photograph virtually alone with the temple. The temple of Ta Prohm is stunning, with the trees that grow on top of it. Wow, came here a few days ago and it's completely packed with tourists. Now you come at the end of the day, and you just might have it by yourself. On my last night, my driver invited me to go to a Cambodian wedding party in a little village beside the temples. He picks me up at the hotel. He had removed the rich white guy part of the tuk-tuk, and it was just his moped. And I got on the back, and he took me way out on some dirt road, and we were passing some of the poorest people I've ever seen in my life, and stray dogs are walking around everywhere. And I thought to myself, oh my God, is this such a smart idea? But that's always the moment in travel when you think to yourself, if I keep going down this road, I could die or have the greatest experience of my life. And I thought, what the hell, I'm going for it. And I kept going. And what a happy little shindig I found in this little village next to the temples. There was so much food and drinking, and these people may have been poor, but they spent a fortune on this wedding party. And there were hundreds of people dancing. The women dance separately from the men, and they go around the circle dancing like this. And I realized these are the people they're the temple dancers, and they dance the same way that they have for hundreds of years. And they just kept doing this little dance that looked exactly like temple carvings. So I'm sitting at this table with my driver and all of his friends after we feasted ourselves on the most delectable food imaginable. And we're just drinking tons of beer, and these guys are plastered, and they keep cheersing every couple of sips, and they keep saying, "Joy moi, joy moi, joy moi," and they keep cheersing, and it's a little too much at one point, but they keep going, "Joy moi," and drinking and cheersing. And my friend told me that joy moi means cheer up. Isn't that beautiful? This country that has experienced so much death and sadness and grief, their cheers is cheer up. What a happy thing to say to somebody. I was moved by the spirit and heart of these people who seemed to have so little but offered and presented so much. They gave so much to make this celebration for their village and welcome in complete strangers in this private happy celebration. I thought I was so privileged to experience this private moment that I didn't care if a dog bit me on the way home and I got rabies. After the party was finished, my friend is taking me home, and there was a blockade by the temples. It turns out he was a police officer a few years earlier, and these people were his friends. And they're talking for a while, and it turns out they let us drive through the temples. They lifted the gates, and we got to drive through the temples at night with absolutely no one else around. It was pitch dark, and you could see the black silhouettes of these magnificent temples, and that was the highlight of my entire trip. And I was so glad that I took the risk and trusted going down this raggedy dirt road to this wedding party, because it certainly paid off going to these temples at night. It's worth going to Cambodia to see these magnificent temples, but the stunning beauty and kindness of the people and the wattage of their smiles will kill you. And what simple, perfect advice for people suffering now. Whatever you're going through, cheer up. Joy moi. Too many people waiting for the sunset, yeah.